got a question about the Big Bang Theory. That's what you believe in, right?
Yeah, like pretty much all of our cosmological data supports
Okay,
it.
so if there was a Big Bang Theory, where did the explosion come from?
I don't know.
Okay, so if something explodes,
It wasn't an explosion.
let's say
It's
let's
not an
say
explosion.
clockwise.
You're already
Okay,
wrong. It's not an explosion, and there's no such thing as a clockwise explosion either.
okay, but an explosion blows one way.
Yep. So the Big Bang is not an explosion. So this analogy is going to be really unuseful.
How's the Big Bang? It's called the Big Bang.
Yep. Now it's basically a pejorative term that Fred Hoyle coined because he didn't like the idea of it. But Fred Hoyle was proven wrong.
So if whatever that explanation is, everything's spinning in the same direction from an explosion. That's
There's
science.
the universe is not spinning. I don't know what to tell you. And the universe, like things in the universe, also don't spin in the same direction. I mean, one of Neptune's moons, Triton, orbits it
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
opposite direction. What do you
That
mean exactly?
disproves the Big Bang.
No, it doesn't. Sid,
Yes, it does, sir.
Sid, can you tell me what the Big Bang is?
No one can because it's a
No,
fake.
scientists can because they came up with it. It's a scientific theory. That's like you claim that nobody knows what water is.
I can answer the question.
No, it's Sid's question. No plagiarizing.
No, answer the question. Whatever his name is.
His name's Matthew. No,
Hey, Matthew.
it's your question. What is the Big Bang?
Nobody knows. That's my point. Can't be proven. Yeah, you and your.
So no, we know we know what the Big Bang is because it's a scientific theory that was developed, formed on mathematical proofs and evidence and all kinds of things. We know what it is. You don't know what it is. So it's really weird that you think
because
that
it's
it's
fake.
been debunked or that it didn't happen, despite the fact that you don't know anything about it. The only thing I've heard you say about it is clockwise explosion, which is like really dumb.
That's what your scientist said.
Name one. Name one scientist that said the Big Bang is a clockwise explosion.
Well, let's go to language. You're a smart guy.
No, see what you said is that's what your scientists say. So give us a scientist who said this.
Why are ancient languages
All right, so
more
you're 0 for 2.
complex? Yeah. Why are ancient languages more complex than current languages?
I don't even know what that means. Why are ancient languages less complex? Maybe because we know more things now?
No,
more complex?
Ancient languages are more complex.
Okay, so
Chinese, the first ones.
So how?
So in other words,
by what metric are you measuring that?
It goes in text of even the Spanish or the Chinese. That there's a different verb for speaking to a male or female. It's a whole different word. So in other words,
there
it's,
are modern
that
languages
proves,
that still have that. Spanish is like
no, they don't. Not the English language.
Correct,
you speak
not
to
English.
A female.
But Sid, I don't know if you knew this, but people speak other languages, and there are other languages that have like gender-specific terms. Spanish has those.
Ancient, yeah, Spanish, Chinese, ancient languages.
Spanish is not an ancient language.
Chinese is.
Is it? Oh, you do know that Chinese is not a language, right?
Yes. Okay.
It's not.
There are many languages from China. There's Cantonese,
Yeah,
there's Mandarin.
Cantonese and Mandarin are the two most commonly spoken ones. Sid,
They're older
out loud,
languages.
Sid.
They're older languages.
How old is Cantonese?
What's the first recorded language?
Sid, you keep making claims, and then when I ask you to like verify it or give me a reason why I should believe what you're saying or whatever, you change the subject. We were talking about the Big Bang, and you moved on to languages. And then it turned out that you didn't know what you were talking about with languages because you thought Chinese was a language.
It's because of cause and effect.
And then you asked, and then I asked how old is Cantonese, and then you said, "What's the first language?" You sound exactly like somebody who doesn't know anything.
It's the basic law of cause and effect. Nothing greater can come from something less. You know that rule, right?
What's
nothing?
What's 1 plus 1?
Nothing greater.
What's 1 plus 1, Sid? Is it 2? Is 2 greater than 1? Well, it's not greater than 1 and 1, which makes 2, I guess. So, yeah. So that's also not what cause and effect is. To say that cause and effect is that something cannot be greater than the sum of its parts. How could anybody think that that's what cause and effect is? That makes no sense.
That's how science is measured. Cause and effect. It's a science rule.
Science isn't something that you can measure. Science is a methodology. You do not measure science. There are no sciences out there that you can get, spread on toast, and then eat. That's not a thing.
Actually, a fun example of getting a greater result out of a lesser action. Have you ever seen small dominoes knocking over larger dominoes? You can set up a series of dominoes in line, start with extremely tiny dominoes, and work your way up to massive ones, the size of buildings if you wanted to. As long as you worked your way up incrementally, a tiny domino can knock over a building. So yes, you can get larger results out of smaller actions.
Sid?
What?
Oh, okay. So why did you bring up languages? What is the idea? Even if languages were more complex in the past, which I don't think that's true. I don't see any reason to think that's true.
Have you seen the alphabet of the Chinese? The alphabet of one of the oldest languages.
Chinese is not
in the world.
Okay, so just so you know, when we're talking like Mandarin and Cantonese, it's not that they are more complex. It's that there are many, many more words in the language. Now, when you talk about a language like English, there's less words, but there's more.
It's because we're dumber.
Context. No, there's more need for context, and the need for context actually makes it more complicated.
What evidence do you have that humans are dumber than they were in the ancient times?
Oh, that's easy. Can you go out and live in the woods?
Yes, I can.
A lot of people can. It's not something that we
really?
do, but it's not something that we wouldn't be able to do.
So you think you can go out and live in the woods?
I've done it many times. Week here, month there, a couple of months here. Yeah, it's not that crazy.
Off what?
Probably
Fishing.
Mushrooms and stuff.
Yep, gathering.
Sid, we talked once before. Did I ask you any questions about the pyramids? Do you remember?
I've been there.
Okay, so that I asked you. Did I
don't
ask
remember.
you about pyramids last time we talked? I don't remember.
I don't think so. No.
Okay, who
No,
built
sir.
the pyramids?
I guess the Egyptians or their slaves.
Okay, good. I was expecting it. I think I did ask you that because that's like that's the answer I remember getting last time I asked somebody that question. Anyways, so why don't you think the Big Bang happened?
Same reason the moon and the sun are the same size.
Are you a flat earther?
No.
Okay. So explain your answer a little bit more for me.
What was the question?
Why don't you think the Big Bang happened?
Because there was no power. You know what? This is one of y'all's big lies. Y'all thought that we came from, because you're evolutionist, right? You all thought we came from this little single cell amoeba. Have you ever seen the single cell amoeba? What's involved in it? How could that happen?
What's the alternative explanation?
I'll tell you the alternative explanation, and you'll see it because you're a young man. I can tell you're a young man. You'll see it in your days. Everything's been written down, and this is what you're going to see. You and all you mockers listening, you're going to see the nations of the earth
Rise up against
gather.
Israel. Yeah. I've got a book
You're gonna see
too,
that.
and this book is true, and that proves it. Would you like to hear my book?
What? You got a book?
Yeah, I got a book, and this book is true.
All right.
See, that proves it. Chapter 1, Why You Are an Idiot.
That's
You're
what
an idiot.
my book says. That my
You're
book
an
says
idiot.
that mockers will come.
Not the owner of
Mockers.
the book. Hey, Sid, I'm reading my book. You're an idiot. Not the owner of the book. You, the person the owner of the book is talking to. You are an actual idiot. All of the claims of this book are true because the book claims to be true. This book is inerrant. Nobody knows who wrote this book or when, and we know for a fact that this book has been altered, but it's inerrant. And we know it's inerrant because we assume that it is, and the book claims to be. If you found evidence that demonstrated that this book was not true, then the evidence would be wrong, or maybe Satan put the evidence there. Also, you're an idiot. The end.
That's a great book, son.
It's pretty good.
I love the afterthought.
Yeah. All right. Well, bye, Sid. I'm probably going to get banned, so I'm going to leave really quick. Goodbye, everybody. Also, I'm going to play video games and watch basketball, so I was
Bye.
going to leave anyways. So, bye. Oh, God, why did I do that? Bye, everybody.